This is Claire, and this is my mother, Crystal. And today we're going to be making a Luna Bean hand statue.
So first of all, we read these instructions, a lot of instructions, and the first set of instructions basically tell us how to make the hand mold itself. So first we're going to make the mold, or we're going to try to, and then we're going to make the mix to pour into the mold to make the statue of our hands.
Yeah.
That part we're a little hazy on because it said that we need distilled water, which is kind of late, and we did not realize we needed distilled water until we started reading these instructions. We do not have distilled water, so we're just going to use our water, our normal water, and
see what happens.
See what happens. And worst case scenario, it doesn't turn out well, and we just get another one, and we'll do another one, it'll be fine. Okay, so first it tells us to pour roughly 12 cups of cold water.
And is this 12 cups?
Into the bucket. Yeah, that's a cup, and so I filled this up with 12 of those. So if you want, go ahead and pour
the whole thing?
Yep, into here. And now remember, when you're pouring, like, you gotta have the gusto, just go for it. Otherwise the water will trickle down.
Okay.
Got it?
Yeah.
Good one.
And I didn't spill any out, thank you.
You did great.
There we go.
Okay, so the next step, it said, was to like put our hands together and go ahead and get comfortable with them being in the bucket and like moving them around.
Getting them where they're going to be.
Yeah, getting where they're going to be, make sure that they're going to fit, and to get our hands wet. That they said that that's better for that.
To make it like slip in.
Yeah, to make it like slip in and that the water like sticks to it. So Claire and I talked about we were going to like hold hands here like this. So I think this is what we're gonna do. This is our pose. And it said also, oh, you want to do this hand?
Like this.
Okay, if you want to do this hand, I have to take my bracelets and ring off. So is this the hand we're gonna do? Which one do you want to do?
I feel better doing
You feel better doing this one?
It's okay.
It's alright, just take it off.
Okay.
And at least I think we should take it off. I mean, who knows? Maybe we don't have to, but I'm gonna take it off.
Yeah, we don't want anything getting in the cracks.
No. And this is our first crafting video. Claire and I like doing crafts. We like doing things together.
But we don't really want to make another account yet.
Yeah.
Since we don't really have much.
So we've decided that we're just going to start making some crafting videos, and that maybe there's some other families out there that like making crafts also, and maybe
bonding with their mothers.
Bonding with their daughters or sons or fathers or sisters or brothers or friends. Crafting is a good way to do that. So we're just going to show some crafts that we do, and maybe you can see if that's something you like or something you want to try, or maybe you can get tips, or maybe you can even learn from our mistakes and you'll think, next time I'll have distilled water because when they didn't, it didn't work out well. All right, let's try putting our hands together.
Okay.
And then we're going to like stick it down in the bucket.
I'm going to have to stand on my knees. Okay.
With chili water.
Yeah.
Okay. So
like this?
Yeah, and we're not supposed to be touching the sides of the bucket.
Okay. Any sides or the bottom?
Yeah, no sides or the bottom.
I'm good. I'm not touching any.
Okay, so I guess that's how our hands are gonna be, right?
Yes.
And we'll try to hold it kind of still.
Or else it will look like your hand will be cut off. Or your fingers.
Yep, and so it says like to go ahead and slide, and it actually said too when we first like mix the mixture in, it says to like slide your hands around, like to mix them around in the thing, like don't just stick them in and hold them still. It says like to get air bubbles and stuff out.
Yeah. Get your hands wet.
Yeah. Okay. So let's do that. Okay. And you know what we might be able to do? While I'm mixing the stuff, maybe you want to get another, you just want to fill this up, like with the bathtub or something, and that way we've got this mix, and then we can dip our hands in the water before we go in.
Okay,
you want to do that? Good. And you don't have to fill it all the way up.
Like just halfway?
Yeah, just halfway.
Let's see how much you...
Yeah, just halfway. Okay, so I'll start reading instructions while Claire is getting us more water. So it says making the mold. Lay a newspaper or protective material, we've got a towel, before working. 12 cups of water. Cool. Check. We've done that. Into the molding bucket. It says put the water in first and then the powder. It says do not put the powder in first. Powder the water. Practice posing your hands inside the bucket. Check. We just did that. Make sure everyone feels comfortable. Massage water into hands as if applying lotion and leave damp but not dripping wet. You can also drop baby oil, massage that onto your hands to help hold the moisture. So once everyone is ready, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Okay. We should empty the bag of molding powder into the water to make sure.
This one says molding powder.
So that's step one, right?
Yes.
To make mixing less messy, you may add about 2/3 of the powder, mix for about 5 to 10 seconds with a metal whisk.
Got a metal whisk.
Check. Says, let's see, add the remaining powder, metal whisk, mix slowly at first, then quickly and thoroughly for approximately 1 to 3 minutes. As long as the mix is bright pink, it says that the pink will go away. You can continue to mix. The mixture will lose color as it begins setting in place. The hands need to be in the mixture before all the color is lost. Do not continue mixing if you notice the color fading, okay? Please note that the material will never be lump free. Before the pink color of the mix completely fades, quickly tap the container on the counter a couple of times to release any trapped air. Then immediately insert posed hands into the container using a wiggling action. So we're gonna like wiggle them in there, I guess. Move the hands around while in the mix, and if there are 2 hands, rub them together inside the mixture so that the molding material can penetrate all areas and break any surface bubbles. As long as the mixture is liquid, you can continue to wiggle the hands to break the surface tension. Be sure the hands are not touching the bottom or sides of the container and are straight up and down. When the material loses all color, it is beginning the setting phase. The mold will fully set within 3 to 5 minutes after losing color, but the extra time will depend on the temperature. When fully set, the top of the molding material will not stick to your fingers when touched, should be firm and spring back when pressed, and should not leave any indentation. Once this happens, remain in the mold at least another 45 to 60 seconds as the top will set before the bottom. More time is better. Okay, so it says once the material is set, carefully remove one hand at a time by wiggling it around, starting at the wrist. Be sure the suction is broken before pulling out the hands. Work the hands out slowly and carefully. There is no rush. Look inside the mold and remove any very thin or loose pieces of molding. If the mold material is thin enough that it does not retain the shape when the bucket is slightly shaken, it should be removed. Then add some water, swish it around, basically like rinse any like little powder or chunks or anything out. Okay, so step 1.
We're gonna open this. There we go.
Okay.
Powdery. See how I dump it on there? All of it?
No, it says about like 2/3. I think it said just like some of it. So
This?
here, let's do this. Let's just kind of eyeball it. It said
Okay.
about powder. Oh, look, it's pink.
Oh, it is pink.
They can't. Too bad they can't see how pink it is.
Yeah.
You want to start mixing?
If they get their own, though.
That's true. Probably should have worn my mask or something.
Yeah. Really pink.
It is very pink. It looks like Pepto-Bismol.
Yes. It does. Oh, it's chunky. Ooh, I think that may be enough.
Said to do. Eventually, we do all of it.
Ew, okay. So just a bit at a time?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Like do if we do the whole thing. Now it's getting a bit darker.
Yeah. Okay. What's that?
Oh, what's happening? Oh. Okay.
I think that's enough. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that's enough.
Do you want me to mix for a bit?
Yeah. Okay. Very chunky.
It's very chunky.
Chunky monkey.
Here's like so you can kind of see what's happening.
Doesn't sound well.
Mm-mm.
Sounds like someone chewing with their mouth open,
Ugh.
but with their tongue like.
Yeah. That's kind of exactly what it sounds like. Okay, and it said it will always
Be a bit chunky.
be a bit chunky.
So try getting all the white stuff though.
Yeah.
And make sure you get the sides and the bottom.
Super pink.
Yes. Kind of. It's about to probably a bit purple.
Yeah, and it said when the color starts fading, that's when we need to put our hands in. So maybe let's go ahead and like get our other hand wet, the hand that we're gonna dip.
You think this is good?
Yeah, because it said it just needs to be
Like
wet.
slightly dripping.
Yeah.
So I may want to do a quick in and out before we
Yep.
put it
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean that.
in. It's okay.
Got this arm here working.
Doing good, Mama.
Thanks, babe.
Watching my face.
That's right. Getting away of this mixing machine here. Yeah, it's starting to get thick.
Can't wait to see it when it's done.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it also.
And it said 20 minutes, no longer than 24 hours.
Yeah, don't leave it if you're not going to mold it. It said
Yeah.
like not to leave it in there for longer than 24 hours.
Yeah. But if you were leaving it in there for just like in the freezer just to get it ready, like
Yeah, it was some.
Is
I
it
think it was in the fridge. Like you can
Yeah.
put it in the fridge.
for 24 hours or more, a bit longer than 24 hours, it said.
Yeah, we'll have to read that part again.
Yeah.
Okay, it's starting to turn
it's
white.
starting to turn white.
Okay.
Okay. So in and out.
Yep.
Are you going in and out?
Yeah, in out, and then we hold each other.
And then we put them in.
Yep. Okay. Now do our. Okay, and then do like it said. Kind of wiggle your fingers. Wiggle, wiggle. Yep. Rub it together.
Feels
Are
like
you rubbing?
tiny rocks.
Because we're wanting to get. And it said to tap. Okay, it's starting to solid, so let's hold each other. Let's hold still. And I'm going to tap air bubbles. Okay, you got a good grip? It said firm grip.
Yes.
Okay, I think we're doing good. We're not touching the bottom, right?
Nope.
It's
Or the
really,
sides.
it's getting white. It started getting white quick, didn't it?
Starting to harden.
Yep, let's just hold it tight.
Man, my leg's itching. And I feel like if I let go of you, then I'll start to fall and move.
You have to make it through the itch, Claire.
But it's now kind of a burning itch.
It's all right. Suffer. Take one for the craft. I'm just trying to knock air bubbles out. I see them coming up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not solid yet.
Mm-mm.
Still moving.
Yeah, it is still pretty gooey. But it said like 3 to 5 minutes, I think,
Yeah.
in this phase. So I feel it just a little bit getting hard. So
Oh,
just
yeah.
hold tight.
Oh gosh. Let's get
Mm-hmm. I think it's neat how it changes. It's neat how it changes colors.
Mm-hmm. My legs are starting to tingle.
Are they?
Yeah.
Okay, I think it's starting to harden up. We're doing good.
You're barely moving. Like your arm.
We're like a statue.
Oh yeah, I feel it moving. See? I
Yep.
can't really move it.
But we don't want to stop too soon. We want to make
Yeah.
sure it's hard all the way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I feel it.
I feel it a lot. It's cold.
Yeah, it's cold, and you can kind of feel it like turning like, kind of like to Jello, like around you.
Yeah,
Instead of
kind
it
of.
being like wet, now it feels like you've stuck your hand in Jello.
Yeah, like smooth and kind of moist. Maybe not smooth. But it's a bit harder than Jello,
Yeah,
probably.
and it's definitely not like bubbling up like it was. It's like
Yes.
you can tell now that it's starting to get hard.
Yeah, like the bubbles aren't moving at all.
Yeah. I'm gonna just like touch the top and see how the top feels. Okay, it does.
Can I feel it?
Yeah.
It feels like, oh my gosh, it feels
Neat,
like,
right?
yes, it feels like dry, air dry clay.
It does.
Dry, air dry clay.
Okay, but hold your grip because it said
Yes.
that the bottom takes longer than the top.
Yes, it
So-
said the top first and then it goes down.
Yep.
My hand's starting to cramp up.
It's okay. Almost done.
I can feel it. Oh, I got the H. Feels as hard
It
as
feels
a
hard,
rock
yeah.
for me squeezing your. Wait, no, that's your hand.
Yeah.
That's not a rock. That's your hand. I was
Okay.
like, why am I squeezing a rock?
So after it felt the top, it said like another 45.
Mama?
Uh-oh, hold still. Okay, so another 45. So let's like count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. Okay, so one hand at a time. It said to like
first since yours is bigger.
start wiggling. Okay, it says to break the suction before. Oh, I felt it. Did you feel it?
I feel it. I feel
Okay,
it.
it says one hand at a time. So
Yeah.
do you want out first or
I want
me?
you to go first since you
Okay.
have a bigger hand.
Okay, so
I
right
feel it.
right now I'm just like wiggling it, and you can
I
kind of
just heard
feel.
it.
Yeah, you can like feel. It's almost like, yeah, like you can feel it's the suction.
Yes. Oh, I see your hand. It's coming out. Got it, Mama.
Uh oh.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Oh, mine's way easy.
Okay, don't pull it out too fast. There we go. Okay.
There we go.
Okay. And then here is the mold.
As you can see, it's small.
Yeah. So now it says to once the material is set, carefully remove hands, one at a time by wiggling around. Check. look inside the mold and remove any very thin or loose pieces of molding material. If the mold material is thin enough that it does not retain its shape, then when the bucket is slightly shaken, it should be removed. Then add some water to the mold, swish it around, and pick it up. Swish around to pick up very small pieces of mold, then dump it out. Small sections of material that are directly in between hands in the center of the mold should also be removed as well, as you may not be able to remove them from the hardened cast. Prior to moving on to step 2, drain any excess water out of the mold. Be sure to hang on to the mold so that it does not slide out of the container. Immediately move on to step 2. If for some reason you're unable to pour your casting stone right away, put the lid back on the mold container and store it in the refrigerator for up to 24 hours. Okay, so
There's a hanky piece. It
Let's-
said to peel out the middle, so
Yeah.
that's the middle.
So go ahead and get that, and just try to be careful, like not damaging what would be the
It's
outside.
very thin. Okay, I got it. Without damaging anything.
Yeah, good job. I guess that was like probably in between our two hands.
Yeah, piece it. Looked. It was in the middle, so
I'm gonna pick this like little edge
Yeah.
out
the
here.
one that was all on my arm.
Yeah. Looks neat in there, doesn't it?
It does. I can't even tell what it is barely from right now because I'm looking through.
I'm kind of like worried.
See
I
my
don't-
fingernails.
It's like I don't know what to pick out.
You only pick out like the middle and the little excess pieces, but the water when we put the water in,
Mhm.
then it will swish out the small pieces.
Okay.
So we don't really have to do.
Don't have to worry about that.
Only the middle. Yeah, this was in between. See, there's one of where
Oh,
one of the
yeah.
fingers were.
Yep.
And then the hand lines.
It has like little, yeah, like it has like you said, like the little hand lines.
Yeah. It feels.
So do you think this is okay and we should just rinse it out? What do you think?
Yeah, let's put this water since we still have it. Maybe.
Yeah, might as well if we have some water, yeah.
Yeah, the whole container, basically.
Okay?
For me to pour it.
Yeah, pour some in.
Okay. I'll try pouring it in whole,
Okay.
but if not,
Yeah,
I'll wash it out.
That's okay. Okay? Okay, so I'm going to kind of like shake,
Shake it.
shake, and then I'm going to dump this out. I'll be right back.
Okay, don't. Make sure you don't dump out the mold, is what I said.
Okay.
And also is what I say.
Oh yeah, good idea.
Ooh. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh.
Okay. Here's this.
Huh?
All right, Claire. Set this down. I'm gonna get a couple paper towels and maybe some
And
more
I'll dry it off.
water because it said we're gonna need, I think, 3.5 cups for our next step.
And I can see the line from my arm. And the hair. Wait, no, those are hair lines. Okay. Can I touch this?
Yeah, should be fun. Let me get paper towels.
I can feel my hair lines. Feels like I have bigger hair lines than mom. See if I can get my. Oh no, that's wrong side. It's like this, and then I stick my hand in there. I was trying to put my hand back in there.
Kind of hard to do, isn't it?
Yeah, for some reason.
Okay, so here's some paper towels. So
Just dab the top.
dab that. I'm gonna rinse out our bowl.
Just gonna dab a
All right. How's the drying coming?
Good.
Okay. And I think also we should mention that make sure when you're rinsing your tools back off, or your bowls, or whatever you've used, that you no, not yet. I don't want anyone to learn the hard way, but we do normally, don't we? Sometimes it happens. Make sure you wipe all the chunks and stuff off before you rinse anything off, because you don't want this stuff like going down your drain. Yeah. Okay. So step 2. And this is a part where it's said to have distilled water, but we don't have distilled water, so we're just going to go with well water and see how it goes. And then if it doesn't work, well, we'll try again. Okay, step 2. Pouring the casting stone. Drain all excess water out of the mold if needed. Stuff paper towels inside the mold in an upside down position for 1 to 2 minutes. Did you dry the mold? Is everything good?
Yes.
Add 3.5 cups of cold distilled or softened water to a disposable or glass mixing bowl. Glass, check. Set aside 1 teaspoon of casting stone to repair any imperfections later. Then pour the remainder of the bag of casting stone into the mixing bowl. Let the water soak up the powder and then blend with a whisk until the mixture begins to thicken slightly, 3 or 4 minutes. Once blended, begin to pour immediately. You will have about 5 to 6 minutes of liquid state left to get the stone poured. Fill the casting about 1/3 to a half full of stone. Imagine where the fingers are and tilt the mold so that the casting stone begins to fill the fingers and lines all areas of the inside of the mold. Rotate the container at an angle several times to fill all areas. While you rotate, tap the bucket to release trapped air. Then continue to add the remaining casting stone in 1 or 2 more increments as you rotate and tap the bucket. Once filled, tap the sides of the container and or gently bounce the container on the working surface to release any final air pockets. Pour any remaining casting stone into the bag it came in and throw in the garbage. Do not pour it down any drains. Immediately clean your bowl, if not disposable, with a paper towel. Allow your statue to harden within the mold for 2 to 3 hours. If you cannot demold within 6 hours, store it upside down so that moisture from the molding material can drain out. Wait no longer than 24 hours to demold. Okay, so we need 3.5 cups water. Got it, but this needs to be rinsed out. Can you rinse this out?
Yes, I can.
Thank you. Will you move that over there?
Yes?
Yes.
What's this?
Nope. Nope. Yes. Thank you.
Ah.
Okay. So 3.5 cups. One. Two. And this is very good. And a half. how to say half in Spanish.
Is that what it's like?
No, uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis, siete. Cuatro? Cuatro?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a bit hard to pronounce. Yep.
Okay.
Vamos.
Okay. So now
Can I
we're
pour it?
going to, sure, we're going to pour about half in there.
Okay, so
Where's the whisk?
Do you mind telling me when to stop?
I don't mind, but pour slow.
Yes, ma'am. Do you mind moving this bucket?
What's that? So if you guys are going to do this at home, we recommend getting a mask because
Yeah.
it is very dusty. It kind of helps to have like someone else pour and someone whisk at the same time.
Yeah, it really does.
Mm-hmm.
Not spilling though.
Okay, go ahead and stop.
Oh, I found quite a bit much.
No, it's good. It's good. It's going well.
Wait, did you say pour more?
Huh?
Did you say pour more?
No, I did not. So it's going good. Doing well. Okay, go ahead and pour some more. Don't pour it all though.
Yes. Just a bit at a time.
Yep.
Kind of like what I was doing.
Yep, and we're gonna leave some in there because it said to leave some in as like don't get it too close where you're in the water with it. So it's okay.
Is this good?
A little bit more.
Is that good?
Yeah, I think so. Probably should have used a bigger bowl.
It's
To everyone at home, use a bigger bowl.
Yep.
Excuse me, honey.
Sorry.
All right, Claire, I think we're ready to pour some.
For the rest of this?
No, this.
Oh, in here?
Yeah.
Yes. And then we get to paint it when it's done drying. If you want to, you don't have to.
Yeah, you don't have to. Okay.
That looks awesome.
Okay, so
Do you think you can take the whisk out?
yeah, I see some water in there though. Let's
Oh, whoops.
no, it's okay.
I tried sticking it in there.
Yeah, it's fine. Okay, good job.
Good enough.
Good enough. Okay, so pour some in.
Perfect.
Okay, now
The others?
well, it said to
Just your finger.
okay, so it said now to like rotate the bucket.
Oh, to get it like coated everywhere.
Like all in our fingers.
Their cuticles.
Yeah, and it said like to jostle it.
Right. You want me to try scraping this?
No, I don't. Thank you though. Okay, I'm pouring a little bit more in. I'm gonna do the same thing. Jiggle, jostle. Oh, it's not awful.
Yeah. We can always cut that off.
Yeah, I suppose. Uh-oh. Claire, you can't touch it.
Cancel?
No, close, yeah. There you go.
Or close, yeah. Okay, so recording.
So sorry, our battery is dying, if you saw that.
I think it might show it.
Ooh, honey, no.
What?
That noise
The
it just
noise?
made. Oh, gosh. That was terrible. Okay, I think we filled it.
Yeah, that looks good.
I see some bubbles coming out.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Here, do that, honey, and tap the bucket. Hurt yourself. There's a lot in here.
It is.
Yeah, there's still a lot left.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's better to have more left over than like
Yes,
not enough.
having enough.
Mhm.
It depends on if you're cooking. Because if you're cooking, if you add too much, you can't take it out.
You can't. Like
Unless
salt.
if it's a salad. But salt you still can't take out.
No.
You can take out like tomatoes
Yeah.
if you want.
You're pretty good at taking tomatoes out.
And out of subs.
Yeah. Look at that bubble. Is that air bubble?
Oh yeah. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Let me pop it.
Yeah, sure. Sure. Okay.
I like popping pinballs.
So we're supposed to. Oh, your lamp just changed colors.
Yeah,
We're
we see.
supposed to pour the rest of this in that bag. But I think I'm going to use this bag instead. Will you hold this bag?
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Can I do it?
What are you going to do? Hold it?
Whatever you're doing.
I'm going to pour this in here. Because if this gets everywhere, it hardens like rock.
Okay.
Okay, hold it. Like, you got a firm grip? Both hands?
Oh, you're pouring in here.
Yes. And that way we can throw this away because we don't want this to go down the drain. Okay, you're holding the baggie?
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
We can wipe that off.
Yeah, keep holding it. Don't move it towards you anymore. Move it back over the bucket. Yeah. Some just spattered and hit me in my face. Okay.
Man, I get on my nails. My nails. Can I sit down?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so now we have to wait.
24 hours.
No, it's not what it said. Let's read the instructions before we lead people astray. Now we have to wait 2 or 3 hours. And it says if you cannot demold within 6 hours, store it upside down so that the moisture from the molding material can drain out. Wait no longer than 24 hours.
Wow!
All right, so we're gonna get this mess cleaned up,
We'll
and
be back in a bit.
yeah, hopefully with some good results.
Hopefully not a broken one.
It was fun either way. Yeah.
She'll break
I mean, I
it.
had a good time.
She'll bite it.
Talking about Junebug?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you.
All right, bye.
Be back.